What is the most hurtful thing a medical professional has ever said to you? Drive. *GLANCES at my GENITALS * you have herpes. Me, but I've never had sex. Drive. Oh, stop crying. I diagnose this all the time. It's pretty common. Me, but aren't you going to at least do a test drive? Fine, but it's going to hurt, and it's going to show herpes. Indeed, it was an allergic reaction to a medication. Edit. Wow. Thanks for the gold. I appreciate it. I diagnose this all the time. Well, now you know why. My back hurts. Back herpes. I have chronic headaches. Did you say chronic herpes? My nose is run herpes. Edit. Gilded. Oh shit, thanks for the herpes. Patient walks into office. Doctor, I think I might have herpes. Doctor, that's my line. Get the fuck out of my office. *Me with my pants down, getting checked for a hernia. Doctor, are you able to get an erection? Me, that is an erection. Edit. Wow, a lot of people asking why you need an erection for a hernia exam. You don't. The doctor was asking if I was able to get one, since a hernia can affect your genitals, and the doctor was just checking. You call that a penis? It's an innie. I went to the doctor's office as a child because I was terribly ill and throwing up. The doctor asked if school exams were coming up. I said yes. She simply said MMMHMM, that explains it then, and then she rolled her eyes. Should have thrown up on her. One of my favorite experiences was when I violently threw up in the triage room while the nurse was thinking that I don't look sick enough. I know other people who have had pretty bad experiences with doctors/nurses not believing them because they don't look bad enough or they didn't throw up at the hospital. I did this once. Not a doctor, or actually on her. But I had a teacher that refused to let me go to the restroom because she thought I just wanted to goof around. I'm a teacher's kid, and she at least distantly watched me grow up, so after the second time of refusing and berating, I placed my hand down and uncontrollably vomited on her floor and books. You think I'm faking? I'll show you. Rug. By far the way to assert dominance in this situation. I had to take my son to the ER when he was 2 because he was having trouble breathing. The ER doc said he most likely had asthma, so she gave us an inhaler. Flash forward 3 days when we go to have his follow-up with his pediatrician. Dr. Jackass, so, he saw this ER doctor once in his life and you trusted her to make a lifelong determination that your son has asthma? That's pretty ridiculous. 6 months later, after 3 more visits with my son, being unable to breathe. Dr. Jackass, it looks like I owe you an apology. It turns out your son quite likely does have asthma. Surprised he apologized, at least. Yeah, I was shocked. He was a crotchety old military doctor, so pretty par for the course actually. Hey, a doctor saying he was wrong and apologized? That actually sounds like decent human. Not to me, but to my mom. Drive said, oh, just let him hide in the bathroom. I hid in the bathroom when I got really bad headaches that turned out to be due to a brain tumor. Doc must have assumed I was masturbating. Hiding in the bathroom is common for people who get migraines. Edit. Brain tumors can display very similarly to migraines. Edit 2. I'm not a doctor, but if you feel like it might be more than a migraine or the migraines affect you frequently, get it checked out. Maybe still get it checked out if you want to try other treatment options. My sister used to get hellish migraines and slept most of the day. Hey, doctors all told her for 8 years that her migraines were from stress before one of them finally decided to test for a tumor. A malignant tumor the size of a golf ball resting on her optic nerve. 8 years of suffering dismissed as stress. Came in for something totally different, and she commented on my stretch marks on my hips and around my breast. I was around 17 years old and had gotten them when I hit puberty because I developed so much in a short amount of time. I explained this to her, and she had a whole dialogue with herself about her originally thinking it would have been because I used to be fat, and after my explanation just lamenting about how sad it was for me that I would have to live my entire life with a body like that. I'm so sorry that happened to you. 1 month after I gave birth to my first child, I went to see a new cardiologist. I was there for my heart, but he found it necessary to comment on how many stretch marks I had gotten and how they were unusually bad for a woman so young. Some doctors literally have no clue or insight into patient interaction. Luckily, more degrees are increasing the amount of time spent on developing doctor-patient interaction. I even read some courses are making doctors do a rotation as a nurse, basically to teach some humility and empathy. When I was 16, and dealing with partial deafness, sometimes being a teenage girl is hard, but it's hard to parent them too, so there's no need to exaggerate things to make things harder for your parents. Knock it off, there's nothing wrong with you. 2 tumors, 9 surgeries, and a CSF leak later. Yes, doctor. There really was something wrong. I'd send that doctor a card with images of your tumors to the doctor with a note that reads, the inadequacy of your professional capabilities is a measurable danger to public health. That needs to be completed with knock it off, there's something wrong with you edit, thanks for the silver. It wasn't so much what they said to me, but the ER staff made me wait 6 hours with a dead organ inside me acting like I was being a drama queen because I was in so much pain. Edit, thank you to everyone who has reached out to wish me well, or share their own story of overlooked and dismissed pain. I hope that you are all healed and doing well. To the people telling me it's not that bad, because I didn't have a heart attack or stroke, or I'm not dead, I hope that your innards don't just up and die inside of you, that would be terrible. Which organ? My ovary had a cyst that got too top heavy, and twisted my ovary around 3 times and died. Username checks out. When I was 14, I was raped by this 20-year-old dude. I was at the hospital and the doctor, this old man, who examined me, didn't believe me. Asked me if I was lying to get attention. Never have I felt so lost before. As a doctor, this is probably the most appalling one. Ugh. As a human it's still pretty bad,